Think about this. If the government want to recruit 20,000 extra police officers, that equates to 54 every day for a whole year. Of course it's not as simple as that, but it does put things into perspective, and it gives you such an amazing opportunity right now. You have a good chance of getting your job as a police officer. And if you, like me, always want to seize the opportunity when the going's good, because let's face it, that's the best time, then now is your time. But why me? Well, just a bit about me for those that haven't seen my website or my videos. So I was in the police service for 30 years. I retired 2 years ago. The last 16 years of my service was spent as a chief inspector. I worked in lots of departments. I was on response, community teams, traffic, firearms and CID. So I've kind of got lots of experience in the police service. I've been involved in lots of recruitment and selection in the police, and I've interviewed countless numbers of candidates. I'm also a trained role actor and assessor for the National Assessment Centre. As I said, I retired from the police 2 years ago, and I now teach police officers and potential police officers on the professional policing degree at the university, which also means I'm current and I'm up to date. Importantly, I'm a qualified coach and mentor, and I've helped many students and others get into the police service. So although I'm retired, I'm still fully involved in police recruitment. I would urge you to check out my videos, on my website and my reviews on the website, and they will show you that I know what I'm talking about. So my business covers numerous aspects. Police promotion to sergeant and inspector, police officers moving departments, officers transferring forces, assisting university students with their policing degrees, life and personal development coaching. However, in this video, I'm going to talk specifically about police recruitment. As we go into 2021, forces will be starting to plan their recruitment for the coming months. And although COVID stops a lot of things at the moment, it won't stop police recruitment. I've been talking to police forces over the past couple of days that I've got contacts with, and they're starting to put their plans together for when they're recruiting, and they're going to be going out soon for applications. Some forces are still recruiting on the old scheme and some through the new scheme, so the ones that you require degrees for, such as the PCDA Police Apprentice Scheme. I think it's important to tell you that I've interviewed on both of these entry routes personally, and you'll probably agree with me that it's fair to say that I know how it works. Police recruitment themes have remained fairly consistent for a number of years now, and I'm just going to share with you the time when when I first went through my first police assessment centre. Like you will do to get into the police service. So I read all the information that they sent to me. I could actually literally recite it backwards if they asked me to. I turned up all smart in my suit, sat there for what seemed like ages, hours, and I went into that first assessment room, and honestly they must have thought I'd just come out of the shower because I was sweating that much. Dropped my information book as I went in because I was trembling that much. I was young, I'd never been through anything like that before, and I had nobody to help me. The role actor said something to me, I don't remember what it was now, but it was something in an arrogant manner, and I'm sat there thinking, how rude. Anyway, that aside, I didn't pass. I thought, how could this be? I'd revised the paperwork inside out. Now, I know at the moment all of this process is online if you apply for the police service and you don't actually meet the people that are assessing you. But trust me, you'll still have all those emotions that I had. I needed to get through this and I needed to advance my career. So I thought, how can I actually do this? How can I improve, get better and resolve my issues with these assessment centres and improve my chances? So I decided to contact a friend of mine who was actually a police inspector at the time, and I met up with him. And and he coached me through the process. He explained to me how it all worked, which was really invaluable because I didn't know. I just went into it not knowing what I was going into, really, just assuming I knew. And he also explained to me how it was being marked. And we practiced various scenarios between us. I was quite embarrassed practicing some of them, but we practiced them. I went out of my comfort zone a little bit, and he asked me questions that I would get in the interview. And actually, when I went back to that assessment, I passed. And I passed really well, just because somebody had invested time in me. And I realised that during this second attempt, the assessors weren't my enemies at all. They were actually trying to help me. And since that day, which was many years ago, I've always now been interested in helping others through that process, and that's how I've ended up here. So once I got that understanding, I passed my sergeants and inspectors exams, assessment centres, easily. So you'll no doubt realise that by now I'm passionate about helping others, and I love seeing people's faces when they get that email to tell them that they've passed. I'm just going to share a couple of things with you. So the first thing is I've had numerous people come to me recently saying that they haven't passed the application stage. And I've had a discussion with them, and I've said, well, what did you put, etc. And they've told me. And it's simply down to the fact that they've written down an account of what happened, but they've not gone into any detail, and they've not linked them into the marking guide. And if you look properly, you'll realise that actually the College of Policing have sent the marking guide to you with the information pack. It's just that you need to know how that works. The other thing is, from what I've just said of my faux pas at the assessment centre, invest in yourself. It's the best investment that you'll ever make. Get yourself a coach or a mentor, whoever that might be. Clearly it should be me, but I'm bound to say that. But it's far better to pass the first time than having to go back when you've wasted that time. You may have wasted all your effort, and you actually lose confidence in it, in yourself, and you don't need to. Believe me, when you've been coached and you go into the assessment centres knowing what you're talking about, then, like me, you'll walk out with your head held high, and you'll know that you've done a good job. So what next? Well, if you want to be and you're serious about becoming a police officer, drop me a direct message, either on here or contact me via my website, which is www.so-pc.co.uk. Or alternatively, you can send me an email to soconsult, all one word, at outlook.com. What we'll do is we'll have a chat and we'll talk about where you are now and where you want to end up and your options for getting there. And then you can either choose me to work with you or you can look elsewhere. That's entirely up to you. But as I said, by now you will know that I'm passionate about this and that I know what I'm talking about. So, thanks for listening. Please like the video. Please like my YouTube channel. Share my video with others. And I really, really look forward to working with you to become a police officer.